This man only needs to touch you once to know all the occupations you've had before. He went to a construction site in search of the serial killer hiding there. By chance he touched a man wearing headphones. In an instant he sensed that 4 girls were trapped in an old warehouse, and the man who had captured them was the serial killer with 24 personalities. David came to the warehouse and unlocked the handcuffs of the girls. However, the most powerful personality among the 24 personalities, a beast, crawled over like a ghost along the pipeline. This was a showdown among people with superpowers, and the two of them engaged in a fierce battle. But the aged David was firmly locked by the beast and was at a disadvantage. In a flash of inspiration, he jumped out of the window, and both of them fell from the 5th floor, yet neither of them was hurt. At this time, the police arrived and stopped their fight. They were taken to a specially made prison. The beast's room was filled with flashing lights. As long as he had the thought of escaping, the flashing lights would turn on, and the intense flashes would force him to switch his personality. He tried various ways to escape. He switched to the beautiful woman personality to seduce the guard, but failed. He switched to the athlete personality, used a running start to rush out, but still failed. By accident, he saw that David was locked right across from his cell. The atmosphere between them became tense in an instant. David wanted to rush over and knock down the beast, but unfortunately, he was knocked down by the high-pressure water gun in the cell. David's only weakness was his fear of water. Gradually, the two of them gave up resistance. However, what they didn't know was that there was a third person with superpowers in the cell, a high IQ criminal, the Bonebreaker. He had an IQ as high as 250, but unfortunately, he didn't use it in the right way and became a criminal, thus being imprisoned in this specially made prison. He had a plan, which was to let the whole world know that people with superpowers existed. To this end, he could only pretend to be paralyzed during the day and secretly carry out his actions at night. First, he took care of the guards, and then he went to Kevin's cell, the one with 24 personalities, and told him that he could take him out, but the condition was that after getting out, he had to transform into his superpower personality, the beast, and blow up the newly built skyscraper. After that, he went to the control room and unlocked the high-pressure water gun in David's cell. He also told David that he was going to take the beast to create chaos in the skyscraper, and it was up to David whether he wanted to come and stop them or not. The righteous David didn't hesitate. He punched and directly smashed the iron door. He went to the evidence room, retrieved his raincoat battlesuit, and prepared to face this great battle. Outside the prison, the beast overturned a police car with just his bare hands. He followed the Bonebreaker's instructions, grabbed 2 innocent girls, and locked them in the trunk. At this time, David, wearing a raincoat, arrived. The two of them faced each other, and a great battle was on the verge of breaking out.